Radio. Wrestling podcast featuring Ramen Bomber and Rab and the one and only Peanut. Woo! Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Bitches.
We have a winner in the death pool. Somebody picked Bobby. I almost said Bobby Lashley. Holy fuck!
Oh wow!
Oh god!
It's like the least common denominator of like a Walmart.
Jesus, my God!
This is the best promo happening right now.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Jobber Radio, episode 50 something. I don't know. I should have looked beforehand, but we are in the 50s somewhere. And we got Hell in a Cell to talk about today, as well as a couple other things. We're talking War Games. We're talking, this is our first episode since the great, the legendary Bobby Heenan passed away. We haven't really, we haven't been on here since then. So we're going to brush on that, and I'm just going to point it out right now. We have a winner in the death pool. Somebody picked Bobby, I almost said Bobby Lashley. Holy fuck.
Oh wow!
Oh god. Bobby Heenan. Yeah, that could be your next pick. I am the winner again. I am the two-time death pool winner. I know.
So how about you start only picking people you hate?
Stop killing people.
Like
Jesus.
Trump or like,
well, he
what's
was
the guy from
involved in
Korea?
wrestling. Wait, what? Kim Jong-un? No.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Kim Jong-un. Can you pick Kim Jong-un, please?
So, just a little recap real quick. First of all, I won the first death pool. I picked China. And I won again, unfortunately, with Bobby Heenan. We had Zion. He picked Bret Hart. Rab picked Ian Rotten. Peanut had Ken Shamrock. Lee had Marty Jannetty. And Scott had Lex Luger.
These were all great picks, by the way.
Yeah, those were our picks for 2.0.
Very solid.
So,
Dude, I remember I
We
said
have to pick all over again now, right?
yes,
Yeah, we
that's
all
what
over.
we are
I
going to
said
do.
point
3.0.
I said point blank that Bret Hart was like, because this was during his cancer stuff. So I was like, dude, he is down and out. I could not be any more happy that I was completely and utterly wrong. Fuck cancer. Good job, Hitman.
Yeah.
Well, Marty Jannetty's not a good pick anymore because I mean he's feeding on the life force of his daughter that he's having sex with.
Well, anyway,
What
that's bad.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Yes,
What?
that's the
Hold
thing.
on. No, this is not. Rab, tell me of this speculation. What is going
Intro
on?
the show. Intro the show.
No, Rab, tell me
yeah,
right now. What
forgot.
is it? What's happening?
Wait, do you guys not know about
I
this
have no
story?
idea.
I know
Yeah,
Marty
exactly what it
Jannetty?
is.
I know.
Intro the
I
show.
No, I don't know. Tell me.
So Marty Jannetty posted, what was it, like a month ago or something?
Give or take.
A couple months ago on Facebook,
About a month.
about a month, a picture of this girl while saying, look, this girl's really hot, but the problem is that for the last 4 years, I thought she was my daughter, but we did a DNA test, and she's not my daughter. Is it okay for me to have sex with her? Because we've been holding off.
Yeah.
Because we've been holding off because she might be my daughter, which is why we got the test done.
You got
my
to.
God.
Right?
Now we know
my
she's not
God.
my daughter.
No, but you've heard the post since where he's like, my account got hacked.
Oh yeah, my account
Quotes.
got hacked.
That's what they all Quotes. say. Angles
Yeah, I know.
back in the day.
So Marty Jannetty,
God.
and if you look through his Facebook, he's had photos with this girl for like the last 4 years,
Oh no.
as if she was his daughter.
Oh.
But I guess
So what's
I guess
the,
she was like probably about to suck his dick, and then she was like, "But look, I might be your daughter," and he's like, let me test that shit out. Like, the rockers were all over
How
the
did
place.
that happen? It was like,
So
man,
it could be HBK could be your dad. You don't
So-
know.
like
So-
looking down at her when he's,
Something
when
out
she's
here real
about to
quick.
suck it. Was he like, you look just like this? And she's like, that's my mom.
No,
Wait a
no.
minute.
What I think happened.
Like, is that how it happened or what?
No,
Like-
it's the opposite. It's you got this reversed.
Mm.
She probably came like her mom probably said, "Look, I was a ring rat in the late 80s, early 90s, and like this is your dad, Marty Jannetty." It was probably 50-50. It was either Jannetty or Shawn Michaels. And the girl came and found her dad, and eventually they realized they were trying to fuck the whole time. So they did a thing just in case, and sure enough, it's not not so much with the DNA.
Oh,
So it was like, this might be your dad, but it might not. And she's like, he's attractive. I hope he's not. Let's go find out.
I have
Well,
two
no,
points to make
they've
here.
been living as if she was his daughter for 4 years. Like, you can see pictures for years of
But
them
no.
on the Facebook.
His account got hacked.
Let me make these 2 points real quick. One, I think he would have been better off had he died.
Oh my god.
I agree.
I think, especially
Lee would have won.
Yeah, with that, I think he'd be better off if he'd be dead, because at least he wouldn't. There wouldn't be speculation he's having sex with possibly his daughter. 2, is it incest if he closes his eyes?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
here's
it's
my
not
question.
incest.
Well, now
'cause
it's not.
actually his daughter.
All right.
For
Well,
the
there you
record.
go.
Martin
Thank
Jannetty
you
would
for
like to
telling
make
me, Rab. Thank
clear.
you.
You can come back from like Hogan level of things, but this is not something you can really come back from.
No, in our day and age, you can come back from anything now. That's just
This
the way
is the
it
new
is.
benchmark.
Actually, he could be president soon. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I would vote for Marty Jannetty in the next election.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
if he was while he was waiting for the test results, do you guys think he stuck a finger or two in?
Oh yeah, he fucked her
Dear
straight up.
God. Dear God.
Oh,
Here
he
we
had
go.
sex
All right,
with her.
guys.
Oh,
no,
let's go.
no,
Yay,
no.
Joe
I think
Radio.
no, maybe in the ass.
Wrestling
Poo-poo,
podcast
poo-poo.
featuring Rob and Bomber.
Okay, here we go.
and Corey.
Here we go. We are okay. And Corey, yes.
And Corey.
Old school. The old school
Old
Job
school.
Radio fans get that with the intro. But okay, first of all, I didn't mean to go off on that little thing right there. I just wanted to bring that up real quick before I did the intro. But yes, I am Jake, aka Bomber. Let's do this a little quickly, I guess, because we already went forever here. But we got Matt Zion here. What's going on, Matt?
How's it going? It's going pretty good. It was a pretty shitty week, but today was pretty great. So very good.
That's a good one. Rab, how are you doing right now?
Better than Marty Jannetty.
I guess. And Peanut's here. Peanut is here. What's up?
As always, I'm doing 2 out of 5.
As always, 2 out of 5.
That's still better than Marty Jannetty.
Still, yes. So far, everybody's doing better than Marty Jannetty. How about you, Scott? You doing better than Marty Jannetty?
Everybody's a little better than Marty Jannetty.
And Lee, how are you doing? How are you doing right now?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I like it. Okay, well, we do have, this is one of the very rare occurrences. We have everybody on the show. So as we
History is
so,
being made.
So as we've already done, we've talked over each other a million times. Let's try to not do that as much going forward. So just heads up on that, guys. But I think since we already brought it up, I think we should just go straight into Death Pool 3.0 and pick our new Death Pool picks. The rules go, guys, you cannot repeat picks. So Death Pool 1.0, you can't pick any of those guys. Death Pool 2.0, can't pick any of those guys. So nobody picked Bobby
Can you
Heenan.
go over who Death Pool 1.0 was? Because I don't remember them at all.
I wasn't even in the first Death Pool, but I can't pick anybody who was in that?
Correct.
Yes.
That's the
Okay,
rules,
okay.
Job Radio rules. First
So
of
not
all,
even not our own picks, but no one in general.
yes, nobody's picks.
I just
yes.
remember
Okay.
Dave Batista.
I
Dave
Just
Batista.
tell me-
Yes.
Tell us
Brad
the list.
picked
Just all of
Batista.
them.
Did Dave Batista die?
No, not yet. But no. No Dave Batista. No Kurt Angle. Matt, you picked Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Peanut, did you make a pick? I don't remember for the first one.
I don't think so.
I think it was just 3 of us. I think it was just me, Rab, and Matt Zion there. I don't know for sure. If there is one, we'll figure it out later on. But I don't think we did. So we got Dave Batista, Kurt Angle, obviously China, obviously Bobby Heenan, no Bret Hart, no Ian Rotten, no Ken Shamrock, no Marty Jannetty, no Lex Luger. I went first last time after I won. So you know what? I'm going to give you guys a chance since I've already won twice. I'm going to go last this time. So...
Okay.
how about we start off with Lee, since you had Marty Jannetty last year? How about, or last time? Who are you gonna pick this time for your Death Pool 3.0 pick?
Okay, so I think the glaringly obvious one.
Don't
to
do
pick
it.
Would
Don't
be,
do it, you
Would
evil
be
little
Ric Flair,
bastard.
but I'm
That's
not
gonna
doing it. But I'm not going to do it. I'm actually going to go with I'm going to go with Harley Race.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one. He's having a lot of. I mean, that. God damn it! Why did I say it like that? That's.
yeah. We are. By the way,
It's a solid pick.
everyone listening, we are horrible people. They already know
It's
that.
a solid pick.
That's-
Pick number 1 and Death Pool goes to.
That's what Death Pool is, though. It's gallows humor. So
Yes. Yeah. Pick number 1 in the Death Pool. Yes, goes to Lee with Harley Race. Scott, who do you got this time around?
I hate it, but I'm kind of glad that he hasn't yet. But it seems like he is on borrowed time. I
Don't
don't
do
know
it, you
how-
evil motherfucker.
Vader.
Vader.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vader off the
That
board.
heart's gonna go. I'm sad.
The ring, yeah.
Induct him for fuck's sake before it's too late. Like it's come on.
All right, Peanut. Who are you going to go with?
I could go with someone old.
If
But-
you want, you don't have to.
I'll go with Justin Bradshaw, JBL.
JBL. All right, JBL.
No, you know
has-
what? No, like his fucking heart could just go.
I mean,
With
that
all the
could,
shit
yeah.
he's doing? Yeah.
JBL has been selected in the Death Pool 3.0.
That's a bit of a trick one because he really doesn't have a heart. So.
Oh,
Ooh, there it is.
Oh.
There it is. All right,
Evil.
Zion. Who do you got here?
oh, motherfuckers! I want to win. It's Rick motherfucking Flair.
Oh, he's going. He's taking it no matter what.
Move me like a mob,
you're
but
an
he's
evil
supposed to
fucking-
win. I want to win one.
All right. Ric Flair off the board. Rab, who you taking here?
Okay, well, I will say the same thing I said on the first two.
Yes.
This is fucked up. We shouldn't be doing this. I am
Correct.
morally opposed to the whole thing. I just don't like it. Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto.
That's a good one too.
yeah,
Oh.
that's the new information has brought that one to be an actual choice. Well, you could honestly, people could pick like,
I could-
Enzo. Why? He'll fucking kill himself. Like that could be a pick.
I could
for
do
all
the
we-
follow-up and pick Paige,
Right?
but you know what? I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it. I'm also going for the win here. I'm going to take. It's another off the beaten path here because Bobby Heenan, he was a wrestler, but
You're going for.
I'm going to go with Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm
That's
going
a
with
good one.
Mean
Yeah.
Gene.
That's time working on that one.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
Yeah, Meiji looks like shit.
I actually haven't seen him. But you know what? I'm going for 3 in a row here, guys. We'll see how it goes down. Of
You're
course,
going for 3 in a row. You're going for it. So what you're saying is you're
Okay,
gonna go find
that's
Mean
bad.
Gene and
You're gonna
fucking
kill
murder
if
him.
him.
anything mysteriously happens, I promise
You're gonna
you,
give
I
him
have
heart
no idea where he
disease.
lives.
You
But
know who my backup was though? Because
Who's
I
that?
thought for sure one of you was gonna pick Flair, so I was gonna go Vince McMahon.
I
Yeah,
was
no,
thinking
about
that
it
too.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about Vincent Kennedy.
I was thinking Vince. I was also thinking Sunny. Been a little quiet on her lately, but
that's a
sounds
good
like
one.
that's waiting to happen.
That's possible.
But I mean, I think my niche is picking younger guys because I this is awful.
it is.
You just don't want to win. That's fair. That's fair.
Well,
But
you
you're
did
still
have
taking the
Ian
one
Rotten.
that might just have something.
No,
fucked
Rab
up happen.
Oh,
wants
that's
to
true.
win.
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to pick Ian Rotten again. If I could murder Ian Rotten
you,
and get away with it.
you would have picked Ian Rotten again.
He'll give us
If
a
I
death
thought
pool.
the bad juju worked, like I kind of wish that Bomber could pick Ian Rotten right now.
Hey, I got a good streak going right now.
I love the idea of you picking Ian Rotten, and it's like Ian Rotten on October 8th. What? Why do you say that part?
Yeah.
Trust me. What?
With a knife in a museum.
So there we go. We have our new 6 picks for Death Pool 3.0. The last when I picked the winner, it was on episode 29. It was the draft episode actually. So that's how long it's been since we picked the Death Pool. So it didn't take that long. China took like what 2 years maybe from when we picked that or initially. So
longer.
maybe yeah. China was a
Probably.
while. So we'll see. Who knows? I can never win. But who knows? We'll see. I think I'm just going to win again.
I'm surprised we're at our third one, to be honest.
I know,
mean,
that's pretty
kind of
bad.
impressive.
That is.
But
Yeah.
it is wrestling, and so there
That's
you
not
go.
that bad. We've been doing this
So-
forever at this point.
Bomber,
That's true.
Correct me
That's
though.
another good point.
Bomber, no one picked Scott Hall or Jake Roberts.
Nope.
I know they're
nobody's
the cockroaches of wrestling, but no one's picked them.
Nope.
Why would
Nobody's-
Scott Hall die?
Well,
exactly.
he can't. I know, but
Yeah. So nope. Nobody's ever picked Scott Hall or Kevin. Or wow, Scott Hall or well, definitely not Kevin Nash, but also Jake the Snake. Nope.
Well, I
when
wouldn't say
they're doing
definitely
movies,
not.
they could be in some kind of accident. You know.
Well, I mean, no one picked Ric Flair before this. It's not like
That's
he was
true.
That's
young
also
last
surprising.
time.
Yeah.
But that so Matt Zion right now is the leading candidate. I got to say with
I think so.
with Ric Flair. But moving on. Okay, get away from the grim and the death and all that kind of stuff. First of all, I think we should go straight into just the news article, guys. War Games. I think we should talk about that before Hell in a Cell real quick.
Yeah.
Because
Fuck yeah.
that just hit what last night, right? I was sleeping. I woke up to you guys messaging like,
yeah.
"Oh, War
Yes.
Games."
There's a little bit of a caveat here. It is part of the NXT tapings, so there is spoilers involved in the actual match. But they did publicize that yes, NXT Houston is NXT War Games.
Wait, what do you
Oh,
mean?
man,
What do you
that's-
mean? There's
So it's an
No, no.
NXT special.
No. It will be
Yeah.
takeover. But
It's
what he's
NXT
saying
TakeOver
is
War
this hasn't
Games.
aired on television yet.
Right.
Like
they
they
taped it
haven't
last
announced
night.
it.
No, sorry. They taped the NXT episodes last night, announcing the match,
Gotcha.
which will be the Takeover before Survivor Series. So that's all set. Like the whole Takeover card is good. It's going to air over the next few weeks. But people who don't want to know what that's going to be probably don't want to know. But WWE.com was like, "Well, it's War Games." So yeah.
That's true. So, we might be spoiling for people right now because they haven't.
Oh. Sorry.
It hasn't
Not
aired.
WWE posted on their official.
Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
WWE
But they
posted
didn't,
it
they
on
didn't
their
say what the
fucking-
match was. They just said
It's not WWE though, right? It's NXT that's doing it. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
it's
saying?
Triple H
Yeah.
announced it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's such a good idea.
It's Takeover.
Yeah. Well, Triple H. Here's the fun part. He wanted to do this way back when, and they're like, "No, this is
Yeah.
fine. Can we modify it?" And that's what the Elimination Chamber was.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Ah.
funny because when they were announcing the Elimination Chamber, like they were kind of hinting that it was like this WCW thing that Eric Bischoff was pulling out.
And
And I
Bischoff did
remember
it.
I was really excited for it being War Games.
And Bischoff even said during his promo about it, it has elements of War Games, elements of the
Somebody
Rumble,
should, by the
elements
way,
of this.
because
It was
some people might not know what it's from like when we were kids. So like Bomber, you want to explain what War Games is to people?
Well, yeah, they had two cages or two rings with a cage around it, and it was basically two teams. Well, I don't know if it was always 5-on-5, but it was
A cage with a roof, for the record.
with the
Yes.
with the roof, yes. And like people would come out in order. So like one guy would come out for one team, then another guy would come out, and then like what was it, 2 minutes? I don't know if it was 2 minutes or.
Yeah, and they would flip a coin or something. It was never. It was.
But it was
wasn't like
always the
1-1-1-1.
heels.
They would flip a coin. They would
Yes.
battle.
The heels
for
would
who gets
always win the
first
coin.
100% heels always had advantage because that's
So
how
like
wrestling
Flair
works.
or Hogan in WCW would come
Yeah.
out last, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
then
even
once the-
remember the last time. And then it is by elimination, right? Then people get eliminated, or is it just first pin?
No,
I don't
no.
remember.
No,
But
it's
you
not
can't get
elimination.
eliminated till they're all in.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all in,
You just
and then
fight.
it becomes the match beyond.
But it's elimination,
And-
though, right?
No.
No.
No, it's not
Just
elimination.
One pin. Okay.
It just ends.
It's
Gotcha.
just one pin.
Okay, well, there you
What
go.
did I see that-
often
Now, the
by
last
submission.
one to happen was in 2000.
Ugh, I'm sure that was.
It
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
right.
No, let's not talk. No, you know what? Whatever. The previous one was the last one that happened. Let's not speak of WCW in 2000.
I will
I
say.
should say the only
It
one
goes
I've
back to
actually seen is
79?
2000. That's the only
No,
one I ever.
there
I
was
saw.
a War Games in MLW as well, which was
Forgive me.
actually
Of
good.
the
Yes, there
WWE.
was. I saw that
You're
one.
right.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this then. There was also one in CZW, which was one of the greatest CZW matches of all time. It was fucking amazing. Cage at F5. You need I'm like 100% serious. Like you need to watch that match. It was very
No,
fucking good.
the one you need to watch
I-
is War Games in MLW,
Now,
which took place
most of
right
the-
here by my house,
Yeah.
and I went. So I seen War Games live in person.
Mhm.
That's cool. Most of the War
Duncan-
Games were always two teams.
Yeah.
But some late WCW ones became 3 teams.
Okay.
So
Hint,
they
hint.
do vary things up a bit too.
Sometimes there's 3 teams. Hint, hint, guys. Spoilers.
I just remember like one spot where wasn't it Sid tried to powerbomb somebody and he almost broke his fucking neck because he didn't realize that the cage was so low.
Yeah, he
So
banged
as
him on
was
the
li-
roof.
On the
Yeah, so
the
he-
roof.
But then he dropped him. I don't remember who it was, but he dropped him down like right on his fucking neck.
It's probably
he's a
I'm
terrible
remembering
wrestler.
that as Brian Pillman for some reason.
Oh God.
That sounds right. I mean, Pillman took a lot of bullshit. In
I'm
his career.
googling it right now, but yeah, the cage was so low. Yeah, there it is. Sid nearly kills Brian Pillman is the clip.
Cool.
If people want to look that up.
It's pretty like Sid shouldn't have dropped him, but he's like, oh well, fuck it, you don't need to live
No.
anymore.
He legit power bombed him unconscious in that.
Jesus Christ, Sid. Oh, my God. I know this is got a little bit of a spoiler alert, but we're gonna be doing a Halloween special, watching all of the Halloween Havoc
Yeah.
WCW main events. So I'm about halfway through right now, and I just gotta say, dude, Sid is fucking abysmal. and Luger actually impressed me. Isn't that insane? I always thought Luger was
Don't
shit,
be
and yet
spoiling
Luger
it.
was
Yeah.
not bad.
Look at shit.
Don't be spoiling it.
No,
I'm just
you're
saying,
right.
the one that I watched, he was actually really good. But fuck Sid. Fuck
I will
Sid.
not. I will
he
not
was-
give
he
my
looked-
comments here.
All right, I just said it.
Yeah.
No spoiler. We'll get to it.
But
It's
yes,
coming.
it will be
Halloween.
coming on Halloween Day. We will have
Yes.
a best in the business, the Halloween Havoc main event. So look forward to
I
that
have
on
a
YouTube.
I have a
Best of the
question for
business
you.
thing none of our listeners watched.
That's fine.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things to do. I have a question though. So for Starrcade, because they've announced that they're doing a special for Starrcade, right?
Yes.
They're just doing like random matches such as the Rockers versus the Club, right? It's that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like they're bringing back some old WCW guys and putting them against current WWE guys. Is that what the theme they're going with?
It's a normal card, except the Rock and Roll Express are facing the club.
Yeah,
So
the
that's
rest
it.
of
So
it's
It's
all normal.
Nakamura and Mahal. It's standard
What?
stuff.
Oh,
And the
that's-
Hardys were
Nat-
supposed to be there, but Jeff's hurt.
That's dumb.
Natty
It's also just a live
versus,
event, no
Charlotte.
TV.
Aren't they
Not
getting
even-
like? Oh, it's not going to be televised.
No,
No,
TV.
they're just
No,
trying
the
to-
seating
they're
chart
trying
even
to-
came out. There's no cameras
What? Why?
because it's going to be in Greensboro.
What's the fucking point of not making it a network special?
It's a
I
very
mean,
good question.
yeah.
It might as well
Just
just
fuck
be.
it,
It
that's
might as well
why.
just be house show.
I'm just gonna. It basically
It
is.
is
Yeah.
just
it's
house
a glorified
show.
house
It's
show.
not
Yeah.
Starcade.
God, that's fucking. Do they not like the thing called money that they could make by having a Starcade special,
They
bringing
still
back
might
as
turn it
like
around.
Goldberg or like Nash? It's just
Could they
no,
really,
nobody.
though? Could they
It doesn't
really?
exist then. If it's just a house show and they're never gonna, it doesn't exist. They might as well just call it house show with the Rockers. God, that's dumb as fuck.
True.
And Natty versus Charlotte in a cage.
Yeah.
There's a
God,
Flair in a
it's
cage.
so fucking. It just that's just shit. Starcade was WCW's WrestleMania, and they're not even gonna bother filming it.
That is
Yeah,
true.
'cause fuck you.
Well,
That
those
is
cameras
fuck
to
you.
show you clips on YouTube. They're
Yeah,
like,
they'll
oh,
put a
look what
clip
happened
on
last
YouTube,
night
yeah.
in Greensboro.
Wow, fuck
Brock
that.
Lesnar did a run in, gave a couple F5s.
If it,
That'll
makes you,
happen.
if it makes you feel better, I am like an hour and a half away from that, so I can easily go to it. So
But it's
That
just
doesn't make anyone
why
feel
though? What's
better.
the point? Because they're literally just clickbaiting you. That's all they're doing. They're just
it's
clickbaiting
pretty
you
much
into going.
just the Hell in a Cell show with a couple added matches.
Yeah,
Actually,
Yeah,
with
they're
the Rockers
naming
in
a
there.
house show and not
Starcade.
airing.
the biggest
Yeah.
WCW pay-per-view ever is just they're just gonna throw it away as a house show.
I can see
Fuck
Vince
off.
laughing his ass off. The
Do
whole
the
Yeah.
time,
Victor
too.
goes
Oh, yeah.
spoils.
Good lord, why didn't they just make this into like a big event? They literally could have built this up to replace Survivor Series. That's been a lot of times Survivor, like people,
True.
they've even stopped it. They've been like, it doesn't perform well. So why didn't they just replace it with this and make another big event? Because everybody
I
knows
remember
what
that, yeah.
Starcade is.
They almost got rid of Survivor Series entirely. It was actually canceled till they said, "No, wait, we are doing it after all." I remember
Oh my
that.
Yeah,
god,
a couple
that
years
is
ago.
I was wondering why like they announced that and I hadn't really heard much news. I'm like, that's a big deal.
That's
No,
it.
it's not.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll be like, "Hey, you know what? Let's change our mind." But
It doesn't matter now. They blew their load because now that it already came back once. They can't like all of a sudden next year go, okay, well now it's going to be on TV. But they did a house show.
I mean,
No,
they
but-
totally
can.
could
They can
though.
do that.
I
It'll
mean,
probably
they
come
could,
out on.
yeah.
It'll probably come out on DVD.
God damn, man, these fucking company.
Blu-ray.
They're going to use War Games, something that people have been asking for 20 years, on an NXT show, which I'm fine with that. But again,
That's where it
wouldn't
should
they
be.
possibly want to do this on WWE like big pay-per-view, and then they're bringing back Starcade, the biggest WCW pay-per-view ever, as a house show no one will see? Oh,
Why not? I
Fantastic.
know it's not Fall Brawl, but do the War Games at Starcade.
And you're gonna like people are gonna
Yeah.
get there, and it's just gonna be a house show setup. There's not gonna be a
Yeah.
single thing that shows the Starcade logo or
Well,
anything.
maybe.
No, they'll do that. They'll
First
have
off,
the ring.
First off, I don't think War Games is that huge a draw. Honestly,
A lot
I
of
don't
people were
think,
asking.
I don't think you
for
really
it,
need
though.
to save it for television.
Well, here's what my
I mean,
argument is that
for
you
the main card?
could get a lot of old WCW fans who refuse to watch WWE, WWF when it ended to come back for that.
How
I
many
think
of
that's a
them
big
really
enough draw.
exist?
No.
It's
The
been
buzz when the name Starcade went up
16
was
years.
crazy.
Yeah, but
The
when
buzz
they
when
brought
War
back,
Games went up.
yeah, amongst wrestling fans who are watching
Wow.
anyways.
I'm saying when they brought back Goldberg though, like Goldberg actually did bring back some WCW fans that were not watching the product anymore. So if you
Well,
continue,
the ratings didn't get any better, so I don't know about that.
actually, I think they did. A lot of his segments with Lesnar did really well. Remember when he first came back? They popped one.
Well,
of
the
biggest
first
things
one,
they
no,
had
the
in
first one,
years.
yes, the first one I agree. The first one they did great, but after that, not really.
But what I'm saying is that if the first appearance of Goldberg popped ratings huge, then the first time they bring back War Games might pop the full pay-per-view huge. They don't have to do it again and
I
again.
disagree. There's a huge difference between paid and not.
I don't know about that, man. Because a lot of the thing is with the network, it was brilliant for them to start giving away the first month for free. Because there's a lot of people I think that would sign up for free just to see War Games. They'd lose a bunch of them, but I think they'd gain some too.
I don't know. All I know is I have a chance to go. But the thing is, I'm going to the go home show for Survivor Series on SmackDown. It's coming to Charlotte again, and it's really close. It's like 3 weeks away, and I already spent like a fuckload of money on tickets for SmackDown. So
Yeah,
I don't-
I wanted to go to the Royal
better show.
Rumble.
Can
that's
you even
sold
get
out.
the Starcade tickets anymore, or are they sold out? Or
oh,
what?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But if it was a special, I definitely would have got it. But I'd never heard of it being a special at the time. So, but I will be. I definitely already have my tickets for the SmackDown go home show for Survivor Series. So I will be at that. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm probably
Alright.
not going to Starrcade. But anyway, let's talk about Hell in a Cell because we got 8 matches. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to plug it real quick. You need to join the JRPL, the Java Radio Prediction League. I know Lee and Scott have already made their picks. Peanut, Rad,
Damn right,
Zion.
winning.
You got to go in there and do it. I do too.
I'll do it
I always
right
make it.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's
Sunday
fine.
morning, I'll do it.
But anyway, yeah,
I'll ask at 7:30 if I can still do it.
exactly. And I'll be like, no. First match already happened. But JabberRadio.com, go sign up. It's a lot of fun, and best of luck. Now, having said that, let's go talk about, first of all, kickoff show. Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. This is obviously Hype Bros are finally going to finish their turn on each other. I assume.
Good.
I mean, I'm not alone in that assumption, right? You guys,
I mean, Zack Ryder
Oh,
is.
I don't
I've been
think
saying
they're
this
gonna do
forever.
you don't think they're going to do
He's-
it?
I don't
Well, who's
think
going to
so.
go heel? Is Mojo going heel?
I think they
I think
both
so.
are.
I don't know. Actually, they're both kind of they're just like splitting up. They're just fighting.
Okay.
No, I think they're
'Cause-
both going to go heel.
Ryder's the only one that makes money here. Mojo is worthless. I don't care about him, and in long term, nobody else will. And they already failed at pushing him when he won the Andre the Giant thing, which obviously wasn't for him. It was for his football friend. But Ryder, I still think Ryder in the SmackDown setting, he's not going to be main eventing anytime soon, obviously, or ever. But he can. But I think he could be a solid mid card guy that would sell merch. Because before he was selling merchandise like crazy.
So
When they
he's
pushed him
proven
just a
that
little
he can
bit.
do this. I mean,
Yes.
he's proven though that he could.
So, and
He
if they
will
keep
sell a
shoving him in
mid-card guy.
tag teams and like burying the guy, like just
Really?
make him a mid card dude. Let him replace Ziggler when he leaves.
Oh God, yeah, yeah, that could work. But the thing that I'm confused with is Benjamin. Man, there was all this hype about Benjamin coming back, and he comes back and they throw him with Gable. Like that's just
Yeah.
really confused. Like Gable was stuck with. He wasn't stuck with Jordan, but him and Jordan, obviously American Alpha, good team, solid team. They got rid of Jordan. Oh, here comes Benjamin. Let's throw in another guy for you to team with. That seems so random and just
Let's
thrown
get you
in there.
another black guy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go.
Well, no,
Yeah.
dude, the reason for that is they have zero plans for Gable. Like, it was all about Jason Jordan. Let's do a thing for him. What about that guy? I don't know. Tag team him. He's
But
good
then,
at
like, that shows they have, like, do they have no plans for Benjamin? Why even bring him back in if you're just going to throw him in with Gable?
Well, they tried to bring him back a year ago, a year and a half
yeah,
ago.
when the brand split happened.
Yeah,
and
they
he
had
got
ads
injured?
and everything. Yep.
Yeah, he got injured. He injured himself. He tore
No,
his
he
rotator cuff.
had a pre-injury that when they did the testing, they found out that his rotator cuff was like had been torn for years and he didn't know it. So because they couldn't clear him, they ended up telling him go get surgery, get it fixed, and then come back, and that's what happened.
Yeah. But they literally just kind of world's greatest tag team him because he's known for his tag team like that. So they did the same thing with him. So it was very, throw him over here.
It's honestly not the worst thing you could do.
No, it's a good way to bring him back in and ease
Yeah.
him in, especially if they're worried about his injury. Okay, well, don't have him do a full match load. Have him tag. It's
Yeah,
fine.
just have him carry the young guy and maybe get him better in the ring and get him
Yeah.
over, possibly.
The one thing that Gable needs help with, though, I think, is his promos aren't great. They're not bad. They're just not very good. But like Benjamin was never known for his
No.
promos, so I don't really know what Benjamin's gonna do for Gable at this point. But I mean, putting him with the veterans not the worst thing for Gable.
But I found it hilarious that American Alpha to me was just the clone of World's Greatest Tag Team, and now Benjamin comes in to fucking team with Gable. That's fucking.
I think it's the whole point.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just I don't know. Something about it just feels fucking weird.
Well, think about it from this standpoint. How much cooler would it have been if they had formed a faction with Gable, and Kurt Angle's son with Shelton Benjamin? Like Benjamin being
That would've been
the
cool.
leader of the group as the veteran singles guy, and then he has his
Yeah.
tag team. Like that would have been so much better than what they did.
I like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That would have been fun. But hey,
That's what everybody expected.
yep. And
Yeah,
then
I
next
think
thing you
so.
know, Jordan was Angle's son, and then just going.
I
solo.
think Vince was just like, put Shelton back with Charlie. And then,
Oh, you could
Haas is gonna run that hair out, looking great.
you could do this long-term angle of where the whole thing about Jordan being Angle's son was a plan by Shelton Benjamin all along for years to get back at Angle for leaving the world's greatest tag team in the dust and using and abusing them. He could come back. It'd be a long-term story.
You know, what's hilarious too is that they easily could have said that Jason Jordan was actually like Shelton Benjamin's brother, Like they could have like that. I would have bought that in a heart. Like that actually, I think could have gotten over, and then that could have put them together as a team. But instead, they're like, no, he's Kurt Angle's black son. Like what the fuck?
I think
It's 2017. Of course you have to do
it
that.
is 2017. I think it just needs to branch out and like he just continues to find out he has more and more sons.
Yes.
And, like and
I look
Haas comes
forward
back
to Rey
and like
Mysterio coming back.
Oh, God.
I'm your son too.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
That'd be
I'm all
horrible.
for it. If they continue to give him like, they're like, oh, Gene Snitsky's coming back. It's Kurt
No.
Angle's son. It's like, come on, yes. All
Fucking
for
He
it.
had a
Snitsky.
he had a kid with Shelton Benjamin's mama.
That's right.
Good.
I
So
should have fucking
bring her
picked,
back.
I should have picked
I
Snitsky.
want every new one to come in to be Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah.
But that would be so. Every week he comes out and he goes.
Gateway.
He's like really stressed out and he's talking to Corey Graves in the back. He comes out. And he's okay, guys. Look, I know there's already been 14 of them, but I have another son.
Yes.
And you know who it is? It's you, Corey Graves.
Yeah, it looks like Corey Graves all along.
Corey Graves is from Pittsburgh. I mean,
Oh,
That is true. So first of
Oh.
all, Peanut, you said
No,
you
it's
don't
not.
think the Hype Bros are splitting up. Are you the only one thinking that? Does anybody else think they're not going to split up besides Peanut?
oh no, they're both turning heel together.
What do you mean together? So they're going to stay a team, but turn
They've been
heel.
saying stuff. They're like, we got to do something. Yeah, you're right. We got to do something about this. I think they're both going to together do something.
Interesting.
yeah, they were going to break him up. They were going to break him up when Ryder first came back. I mean, they might. I don't know.
They still
Does
might,
anyone really
but no.
care too much? It just
Yeah,
must-
see, the thing is, I'm not on one side or the other. I couldn't give a fuck, and I don't think they really do either. So
Oh,
what I
I don't
mean.
see how they could be good heels at all. Like I don't understand. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe they could bring in
When
Robbie
you have
E.
the
He just left
Usos.
Impact, Global Force,
Oh, God.
Total Nonstop, everything. So
Ugh.
So
Bring him
exactly.
in.
No.
No,
So
let's not taint the podcast.
there you go. Are we picking winners or just talking about matches? What do you guys want to do?
oh, Hype Bros, they turn heel and win.
Hype Bros turn heel and win.
I don't.
Yep.
care.
I'm going world's greatest tag team.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be Benjamin and Haas for real.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
100%.
Not
Benjamin
get
and Haas.
stolen from them. Absolutely.
That's what I'm.
I
going
agree with Bomber.
with. Yeah. Also,
Can we call them the world's second greatest tag team?
I think so.
Yeah,
good.
that
Or
would
like the
actually
next
fit really
world's
well.
greatest tag team.
No, world's second greatest tag team. They had the first one, and this is the second greatest.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I see Charlie Haas every week.
God damn it. Anyway, moving on. We got Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler. This is obviously, I assume, again, it's got to be a no-brainer. It's got to be the Roode getting the win, right? I mean,
No.
Am I alone?
I'll just jump right in quick. I would assume so, yes, but I've seen them fuck that up before.
No, it's
So
It's Roode this time. This is like got to be.
Yeah.
They got to be shooting him to the moon here. They got to be.
No,
I
I
agree.
like this new
But I've
gimmick
seen them
Ziggler's
fuck
got
that up.
going.
No, you
I don't know if
Liar.
they gotta be shooting him to the moon. But they obviously don't give a fuck about Dolph Ziggler. So
yeah, no, they're happy with Rude. He's a future world champion, 100%. So yeah, it's coming.
I mean, the best thing he's got going for him is he kind of looks like Triple H.
The only I always compare it to Triple H, but he was the. I always said he was the Triple H of Impact or TNA. Wow, I'm actually starting to call it Impact now. Like, are you?
Boo.
That's strange.
So by the time this airs, it'll be a different
Wow.
name. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, I already adopted the new name. I call it GFW.
GFW. Oh man, you
Yeah.
way off on that
Well,
one.
that's what the tapings still have, so you're technically still accurate.
Right.
But anyway,
cares?
oh, you totally threw me. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, but the thing that I'm worrying about is Ziggler. I'm afraid he could get the win because they constantly bring in. He's been the what do you call it? The gatekeeper, is that what they call it? The guy that comes in.
Yep.
Everybody.
He keeps losing to people.
They did it with Corbin. They did it with who the fuck? They did it with Shinsuke.
Nakamura?
Yeah, Nakamura. They doing it with all these guys, and he always loses. So eventually, you think the motherfucker will get a win, but that's what
No.
I'm
No,
afraid
I
of.
don't eventually
No,
think
not-
that at all.
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just
that-
saying.
I understand that Ziggler might win, but that's not why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be more to get like something about Rude getting screwed and he wants to go after him. Like I could see that
I mean,
as why.
Ziggler's leaving,
But
so
Ziggler
the only,
literally is out the door.
yeah,
So-
the only reason that I would see like the only example I could give you when somebody was leaving and they won was RVD when he beat Orton on his way out. But they did that because they were trying to like get him to stay. But like Ziggler is just I guarantee he did not choose this gimmick. They're making an asshole out of him on his way out. Like he's not coming back for a while. He's not re-signing. So they're like, okay, now you're gonna just come out and do one of the worst gimmicks I've ever seen a heel try to get over.
Well,
So Bobby Roode is winning. That's just it would be
yeah,
the
I'm
dumbest
definitely
mistake.
picking Rude, but I'm just saying, just throwing the option out there. Never know. But
You do never know. You are correct. In wrestling, you never say never. But it would be dumb to give the win to Ziggler with this poison, toxic gimmick.
To me, it depends how long they want to run this little thing between the two of them, because it kind of just started out of nowhere. So it could just be a one-off. But
Ziggler apparently is done at the end of October.
Is that real? That's a real deal?
That's what Meltzer was saying.
Yeah, then I think he signed a 1 year last year, because wasn't last year at this time he was up.
Well, if he's definitely done in October, then I would.
They're saying that he's talking about going to New Japan.
I wouldn't say definitely, but there's a very, 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 very decent chance.
Yeah.
They're saying that one of the reasons they're giving him so much more face time is because they're hoping to keep him, but.
They're not doing a very good job.
No, he's looking at the Cody Rhodes situation. It's like, I have a better shot outside right now. So
yeah. So moving on to match of the night: Randy Orton versus Rusev. I think it's gonna be a little bit longer than their SummerSlam match, which was literally just an RKO, and then it was done.
And probably longer than their SmackDown rematch.
True.
Which was just
It's gonna be interesting to see. Now, I'm sure Aiden English is probably gonna be out there. I kind of like him. They're actually doing something with him. They got him out there with Rusev, so I'm actually liking that. They're doing something with him. I don't like how he just comes out and just randomly beats people, like 10 guy. Ty Dillinger. There you go. But I think Rusev's going to win, guys. Something about it it's got to be, right? That's another to me, it's another no-brainer.
No.
Really?
They don't like
Rusev. Why is it a no-brainer?
Because Rusev hasn't done shit since he came back.
He beat Orton clean after an Aiden English interference on SmackDown
That's
in
not
like
clean.
5 seconds. They're even now.
Yeah, it's not. I don't.
Yeah, no, you got to pay attention to all of it. They're even now. It's not obvious.
Okay.
It's Orton, the hero, winning now. That's how I see it.
I don't think Randy Orton cares, so I don't either.
That's also true.
Yeah, same here.
So true.
I picked Rusev, honestly.
I really maybe I'm wrong, but something in my gut's telling me Rusev is gonna be walking out with the win here. It may be
good.
It may be shady. It may be shady with English or whatever, but I don't know. Something about it. So I don't know what it is, because there's nothing really that stands out about the match.
No. God, no.
On one hand, everything tells me that Rusev's supposed to win, but on the other hand, how many times have they done this?
It's another one of the Bray Wyatt scenarios. Like, you can't keep giving the guy fucking losses. You got to.
But they will, though.
I know. I don't know. But why? Because it's Orton. That's not a good answer.
No, I mean all the by all accounts, like him and Lana are not really liked by the company, and I mean it's kind of obvious that that's true, because sometimes that's bullshit. But like the way that they book him and Lana, it's pretty obvious that they're not in good favor. I don't see him getting a win over a dude who, for whatever reason, they absolutely fucking have a boner for Randy Orton, and they're constantly protecting him in the last year or so. There's no way that Rusev gets a win on him. They have no plans for Rusev. If they did originally, right? Because he's like, when I come back, I'm only coming back if I get a title match. Well, that shit went right out the door once Jinder won. So they have no plans for him. Orton's definitely going to win.
And also Rusev's got a different look going on right now. I can't tell what it is. Like maybe a little bit longer hair or something. Something about Rusev is different. What is it?
The aura?
No, goddamn it, no. Goddamn it, no. Something about him. I don't know if it's his beard. Something about him is different. He's looking like he's looking like a. I don't know. He looks more like a star for some reason.
I think Bomber wants to. That's the aura.
Fucking maybe.
I mean, the
I had
aura.
to go right back to the.
Maybe
aura.
Orton's passing it over to him. Maybe
I was gonna say he's getting the rub from Orton. He got the rub from Orton.
That aura's rubbing off. Yeah.
Maybe. By the way, I forgot what it was. I swear to God, I was listening to like something a wrestler, something like that, with Bruce Pritchard, and they were talking about the aura of somebody, and I was like, "See, motherfuckers, I'm not the only one that fucking sees."
Yeah,
auras.
Bruce Pritchard's a fucking idiot, though.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Speaking of fucking idiots, wow. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin here. Everybody, I've been looking at a lot of the JRPL picks, and a lot of people are top locking AJ Styles in this. So a lot of people are picking him for the most points on the show. I think that's a safe bet, because they seem like they're just fucking Corbin over left and right.
Well, I heard that they gave up on Corbin, and
they look like they gave up on Corbin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's when these
Corbin
guys
gave
win
up
these
as
matches.
well.
Yeah, I don't know. Peanut, has everybody given up to you? So far, like every match, he's given up.
It's obvious, though, isn't it? Obvious that they gave up on Corbin. Like they buried him. That he was going to be their next breakout heel. And they buried the shit out of him against Cena, and ever since then, every TV thing I've seen with Corbin is like, look at this idiot. It's like, what a moron. He had the chance of, what a fuck. Like, it's so weird how they openly like insult people like Enzo or Corbin when you know they have backstage heat. They'll openly insult them now on TV as some sort of like shaming. It's really strange.
I know what it is.
It's because Strowman got huge, and
Though that's true. That's a good point because they were like they were basically following the same path.
they thought Corbin was the next long-term WWE big guy, but well, Strowman is that guy, and Corbin just.
But no, I think it's my side of things. I think it's Shayna. What's her name? Bateman. Bader.
Shayna Baszler.
Baszler. There you go. I think it's Shayna Baszler. They said, you know what? That's just a female Corbin. We're just gonna fucking go with that. Fuck him. He's gone. We're just gonna go with her from now on. So I think that's what it's gonna be. And she just signed with the Performance Center. So I think they're gonna put all the Corbin eggs in her basket and just run with her. That's
Wait, does that mean he's going to impregnate her live on TV?
No, they're basically the same.
say.
No, they're the same person. They're the same
That's a
person.
lot of eggs. Corbin has, I've seen his pornos, a lot of cum.
a lot of cum.
A lot of it.
So is everybody thinking AJ in this one?
Yeah. There's no way
But
Corbin beats AJ.
My only thing about that is, again, I want to throw out the other option here is how long are they going to keep the title on AJ and what is he like going to do with it? Like how
Keep defending it against worthy challengers.
Till Jinder loses it. Yes.
But how once
Yeah.
I assume Nakamura, we'll get there in a minute, but I assume Nakamura is probably going to win. I hope so.
Yeah.
But we got to get to an AJ Nakamura match. We can't have both of them
At
as
the
champs.
Rumble.
That's called WrestleMania.
Wait, you guys think Nakamura's gonna win? We'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get
We'll get there.
But anyway,
Well, I mean, think of it this way, though, Bomber, because like they could pull the United States champion versus the heavyweight champion card as well. Like, if that's that could be an excuse why he could challenge him. But again, I mean, like we have till WrestleMania for that, so we got time.
This is my thought. I'm going to throw this out there for you. Bobby Roode's been booked as a face lately, so I think it's going to be Corbin winning the title, Roode going on to face Corbin, and Roode taking the title because they can't have. I mean, they can have Roode take it from AJ, I guess, but I don't know. I think it would be easily.
Well, I think Roode will go heel sooner than later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Possible. Well, then that works out perfect. So either way, we'll see what happens. We got Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. Women's title on the line.
That's nice.
Yep.
Who cares?
Normally I don't shit on the women's matches, but
Yeah. Okay.
You should
Natalya
women's
should not
matches
be
all the
the
time.
champ. I just know.
I want to hear Lee's opinion. Lee loves women wrestling.
I thought that was Lee.
God damn it.
No, normally that is.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck this shit. Who cares?
Okay. Well, there you go. Does anybody think Charlotte's going to win the title?
No.
When is Starrcade?
It's in November, like late November.
Maybe. She might have the title at Starrcade.
She might win it.
She could win it at
Or
Starrcade. That would be
she'll
fun.
win it at Starrcade.
Well, it's her versus Natty in a cage at Starrcade.
For the title,
She'll
yeah.
She'll win it at
For the
Starrcade.
title.
She'll win it at Starrcade. Yeah, that sounds.
We'll
That's
call
like
it.
that's a Ric Flair written all over it. So she'll win it at Starrcade.
That could be fun.
Just
Just
in
too
honor
bad,
of-
too bad nobody would see it besides the
Yep.
people in the.
Oh no, they'll have a camera.
No,
do,
they'll
like,
post it on
5, 6
YouTube.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know,
with
okay.
bad lighting. Don't
Yeah.
worry, she'll win it for Rick.
Just to throw it out here, somebody in the chat. This dates us back to the previous one, but somebody in chat made me laugh. They said Corbin's hair has given up on him.
Oh god. Actually, earlier, like when you were talking, I did a little laugh in the middle of you talking. I read that comment. That's why.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, CJ Blackthorn in the chat.
Yeah.
But so everybody's going with
Chat?
Natty or the chat. Yes, if you're listening to this right now at some random time, we are streaming live on Twitch right now on Reckless Eating. So, and we randomly do that. So sometimes just hop on Twitter and we'll let you know when. But so everybody's picking Natty. Everybody's
No,
going with Natty here.
I picked Charlotte, but I just don't care.
Really? You're going okay?
Whatever.
Sure.
I'll go
Whatever.
Flair.
I
Honestly.
I can see it. I can definitely see it, and then her defending the title in the cage, and then obviously retaining. I can definitely see it because she's definitely going to win the match at Starrcade, no matter what I feel.
Yeah.
No way they're
No,
going
I
to
see
have Natty
it.
go over at Starrcade. So
We've had this before. When they launched 205 Live, there was a title change. When they had a network match with Sheamus and Rusev for the U.S. title. It was a title change. All these new pay-per-views, it's a title change. Starrcade will have a title change.
If
The
only.
Starcade's not on TV.
And
true.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. They'll promote it like that. You got to be at Starcade.
It's a-
Look what happened. A Flair won the title in a cage. A Flair for a gold 2017. It's writing itself. They're going to do it.
And if only
That
Dean
means they
Ambrose,
won't.
If only Dean Ambrose would have beat Triple H for the title in that network special. What was that, Roadblock? Or yeah,
Roadblock, yes.
Yeah, Roadblock.
That would have
Oh
been
man,
amazing. That was a great match.
he was
It was an amazing
so
match.
over.
That was a great
So
match.
over.
Yeah. It like destroyed the WrestleMania match that he had with Roman. So
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah. I mean, does anybody even really remember the Reigns Triple H match? It was so uneventful. It was just a by the books
it
whatever.
was not that. All I remember is everybody booed the shit out of Roman. Everybody cheered Triple H the entire time. That's all I remember. Every hit.
But it
people
wasn't.
went
It wasn't
crazy.
even like as loud as because I remember being really excited for it because I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna like really boo Roman. They kind of did, but it wasn't. It was just. I think people were just indifferent. They're like, well, Roman's definitely winning, so everybody just kind of checked out. That sucked.
Nah, I think they booed the fuck out of him.
It wasn't.
I don't
It
remember
wasn't
that at
as
all.
They
good as
turned those mics all the way down.
It wasn't as good as the Lesnar match. So moving on.
That is true.
We'll do the world title match: Jinder Mahal versus Nakamura. Rab, you think Jinder's gonna retain here, huh?
Yes, I think Jinder's gonna retain.
Any reason why? Or are you just like, oh, it's
Nothing that's shown me otherwise.
none of the racist comments or anything is shown
No.
you? No, none of that. Okay.
You think they're
No,
pulling
nothing-
a Triple H Booker T situation?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, they've
God.
shown that they don't give a fuck about who wins if they're racist.
Ooh, wow.
Triple H Booker T. They had Sheamus go over Alberto Del Rio while Sheamus was being crazy racist the whole time.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't give a fuck about that because the Vince McMahon's racist as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's racist. I think he's old school.
No, I think he's racist.
No, that's racist.
I was
That's
waiting.
racist,
I was
yeah.
waiting to see what
That's
somebody said.
He's not racist. He just believes it was better back in the days before.
That's my dad's
Civil
friend. I
rights.
swear to God, we had to get together. Our fantasy football draft, and he was like, "I'm not racist. It's Southern pride." I was like, "Oh my God, that is the most racist thing
Wow.
I've ever heard."
Jesus
That's
Christ.
North
I swear
Carolina.
to God, it wasn't North
I'm not
Carolina.
saying. Look, I'm not saying that the blacks have it too good now,
But there it is.
but
So-
I didn't like the civil rights movement.
Yeah, that never should have happened. They were better off back then before they had the civil rights.
So anyway,
I do
we're
declare.
getting really racist now. So okay, anybody going
You
with
get really
gender
racist,
as well?
Fucking Southern motherfucker
Hey, I'm not a racist. Okay,
from the South.
it's Southern pride.
You're
So
all racist.
Jinder Mahal. Anybody else thinking Jinder's going to win besides Rab here?
Not a prayer in hell.
No.
He's done. This is it.
I hope this is it. This
just
is
can't
We've
I
said
just
that like 6 times already.
No, I've never said that. I've never thought that.
You didn't
I'd
think he was
hoped.
gonna beat
I hoped.
Shinsuke last time?
No, I thought Shinsuke was going to win last time.
Did you? Okay.
I wanted Shinsuke to win, but I was not
Tape
surprised that
said.
Jinder beat him.
Yeah.
Because I thought they'd build it up. I didn't think that it wasn't surprising that Shinsuke didn't beat him the first time. Because the way they work now, they don't do that anymore. Like they always do multiple matches before they change titles these days.
I don't know.
But the racist stuff pushed their hand, in my opinion. Like that got a really negative backlash, and now that they're a publicly traded company, it's a lot different than the past, where like Triple H, Booker T, they definitely weren't, so they didn't have to worry about that. Now they have investors. I would be very surprised if what they should do is they should have Jinder beat him clean in the middle of the ring, hold the title, hold the title up, and have the Mahal brothers do the like Asian eyes thing. to Jinder.
God.
Just go all in on it. That would be fantastic.
For the record, they were definitely a publicly traded company when Triple H Booker T. had.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. That's
Yes, they were.
That was like
They went
04.
public as WWF.
01.
That match happened as WWE.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 19,
Okay, totally
2003.
right, but I think okay. Well, then I think it would also be the social media aspect. Everything's gotten a little. Basically, everybody's got a fucking complaint now. So I remember back then people were complaining about Booker T and that, but it wasn't like I think more people are upset about that years after it happened than when it happened. But now it's different. Now everybody gets upset now, and
I
just
remember
think
really
it's
upset
time.
when it happened.
I just think it's time too because I mean, Jinder has been a colossal failure for their rating. Their ratings have died. They were on par and beating Raw before he got the belt, and now they have been struggling. So it's time.
I think it's proof that his era. I don't want to call it an era, but his time is up because he's not even the focus on the show.
His time is
I know.
up. My time
They're
is up.
struggling to bring people into the house shows for SmackDown as well. I mean, he's just they need to put the belt on somebody difference.
Yeah, but that was true 2 months ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that never changed.
I hope you guys
yeah.
are right and that they finally have given up. But I don't trust them to have given up.
I see
Well,
what you're
if
saying.
Cena wasn't going to take it, then it has to be Nakamura because that's
the
just
only
it.
the only thing I see.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't, but I don't know. I just. Don't
I
see
mean,
it
there is a
happening.
rumor going around right now. Meltzer did talk about it casually. He said that it's very up in the air. But there is a rumor that one of their plans for Mania is Jinder versus Cena. So imagine
I
Jinder
can
versus
believe that.
Cena and Reigns versus Lesnar as our two main events. Like,
not-
should be
Ugh.
no way.
yeah, it should be Jinder Cena in a flag match because that went over so well last time.
Yes.
Oh God, it probably would be though. You're right.
It
Yeah.
probably would be. But
Yeah, they said it's a cat. It's like that's the one that's not set in stone. What's set in stone though is Reigns Lesnar. He's like that is happening 100%.
two things real quick. Triple H just promoted. I guess he just went to India or whatever it was. He missed the NXT show, I think. But he just went to India and he said, by the way, coming soon, the world champion Jinder and the fucking Bollywood boys coming to India soon. So I mean, if they got another tour coming up,
and they
might want.
they just gave him brand new side plates for the record.
And that's
Oh,
a big
did they?
step.
Yep, they gave him brand new
With
side
his
plates
actual
at the
proper
beginning of this
logo?
week. Yes,
I
with the logo.
I remember laughing that because it was like, oh man, he had this shitty logo and he had a new logo on his Titantron, like the SmackDown after he got the side plates. I'm like, oh,
Yes,
poor
the
Jinder.
side plates had the one. It was just his name and
Just the scribble name. Yeah.
Yes, just the scribble name, just the font, and now it's the Jinder Mahal.
It's a good font,
on
the new one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
on the
guess
side of
we're
a-
That's
getting,
nice.
I guess we're getting
Yeah, I
Cena
don't think
and
that
Mahal
means
at
too
Mania.
much.
Well,
So they just gave him. Now, I mean, they
Hold
could
on.
have just given him new side plates for him to hang up in his house.
Yes.
No,
yes.
But-
it'll look
Yeah,
I don't think
impressive for when Cena holds the belt up.
God damn it, you guys! Now you're making me
No,
fucking
no,
turn
hold on.
on it completely.
No,
No,
hold
because
on.
really think about it. No, I'm thinking about it more and more, and it makes Cena still has to beat Flair's record, and he's gonna do it at WrestleMania when he wins the title off of Jinder Mahal. God damn it!
No,
No,
hold
that's
on.
it. It's
No.
official. Jinder's retaining.
Well,
that's
no,
it.
it's not official because I have this to say too.
How many
No.
people have I turned? Because I think no one was
Yeah,
on.
no,
my
you're
side
right.
earlier.
I'm
You're
staying with Nakamura, but I'm
Yeah, I'm
probably
still staying with
gonna-
No,
Nakamura.
because here's the
Bummer,
other
it's my
argument.
lowest pick of the Jobber Radio stuff.
That's
It's
smart.
like I don't know, but
Mine's gonna
What a
be
mistake.
Shane and Kevin Owens because I'm picking Shane. But anyway, we'll get there in a second. But no, here's the other side of it though. Just think about this, just for real. Just think, what the fuck are they gonna do with Nakamura if he loses? There's like,
Doesn't matter.
but like,
the same
just
thing they
think for a
do with
second.
Joe
Doesn't
and the
matter.
other guys.
Yeah,
It doesn't
they
matter.
fuck up like they fuck up all the other times.
But no, there's
They
like,
hope
there's
you
like
don't
nothing
really
though
remember.
for real. There's like nothing though right
yeah,
now.
I know.
He'll pop up
AJ.
on the fashion files.
No,
What
JJ.
was what was Joe doing on the last pay per view?
Well, he's hurt.
He's hurt. Joe's hurt.
Yeah, he's out. He's out with a knee surgery thing. He's gonna be back soon though. It's not a long term thing. He had to get it fixed. It was
Yeah.
some nagging injury from
But
years and years.
that's what's really got me picking Nakamura in this one. Thinking Nakamura anyway in this one is I don't picture him doing anything right now if he loses a Jinder. So again, obviously that doesn't mean a whole lot, but I can't picture him doing anything if he loses. So they got to have something for him.
Well,
I'm
what's
just
the
saying
direction?
I'm just saying we had a podcast one time where we had to put an intro at the beginning of us going, how can they fuck this up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
And that
Royal
led to
Rumble.
Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
I will tell you know what, I'll tell you what they're gonna do with Shinsuke if he loses, and it's gonna be the worst possible thing they're gonna do. They're gonna push him into a feud with AJ for the United States title
That's
and
what I
not
was
save
about
it
to
till
say.
WrestleMania.
Oh, that's
I was
not
going to
good.
say that because look
Instead
at
of
Finn
it-
Balor just biding time with Bray Wyatt instead of going
Instead of
to
it
the title
being
stuff.
special
Exactly.
and like would take place to the place it should, they're just gonna blow it off at some random pay per view that doesn't matter.
Or Survivor Series.
The Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
right.
it's-
That should be WrestleMania. But
Well, yeah,
they
you-
have a hard on for not saving WrestleMania matches for the proper time.
This is a WrestleMania caliber match.
Yeah.
Here at
Yeah.
So, all right.
That's-
So I just want to throw those two out there. If you,
Like, think
if you
like-
switch to Jinder, you switch to Jinder. That's fine.
I wish you can change my predictions because I totally would switch to Jinder now. Now that I've thought about that more in depth, yeah, I would.
Well.
But think about this: like WrestleMania could have been Cena and Reigns, and before they had that fucking stink fest, I still think that would have been a better WrestleMania main event than Reigns and Lesnar again. And they could have had Styles and Nakamura, and instead we're probably just going to get them on random pay-per-views that don't matter and they'll be forgotten. For Cena and Jinder and Lesnar and Reigns again.
It's
Ugh.
it's for the moments. It's for the conquering
They
heroes.
they stopped.
not even
They
for the
stopped
matches,
caring about
it's for the
WrestleMania a
moments.
while ago.
That's
Like
all
this
it is.
network was the death of WrestleMania because they just don't care anymore. They don't give people what they want. They
Matt.
just kind of give them whatever they think they want.
Matt, what we're going to be thinking of in years' time is when Cena's holding the belt up for the 17th time, victorious, or when Reigns is the conquering man over Lesnar. That's the moment, not the match,
Boring.
but those moments.
It's so boring.
I
And
know
I'm
you
not
say
wrong,
that,
and y'all know.
but
It
you gotta
sucks.
you gotta remember though. You're saying they're not giving us what we want. We don't care. But the Hardys came back at WrestleMania last year or this year. I
Yeah,
should
that was
say.
it though.
That was amazing.
the-
That was
that
one of the
No,
biggest
but that was
moments
the
I can
only
remember.
thing that happened on that WrestleMania that was even of noteworthy that people will remember from 10 years from now. That's
I
it.
don't-
That was it.
I really forgot WrestleMania.
It's out of an 8-hour show, I will
forgot
only
Orton?
remember the
I mean-
pop the Hardys guy. I don't even remember the match. It wasn't good. It was
That-
whatever.
To
It
be
was
honest,
just
that's why I
awesome.
kind of
The match was alright.
why like I don't want like Nakamura
I mean-
and Styles at WrestleMania because they'll stick it in the middle of that 8-hour show.
True.
Not
crowd
if
will
it's
be
for a
dead.
title.
If anything, if it's
No,
early
they'll-
enough,
if-
actually, you might get a
if it's
like
for a
Savage
title-
Steamboat where it's timeless.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is that like WrestleManias of past, I can recall multiple fun moments that took place, but this last Mania was literally one. And previous WrestleMania, I don't even fucking remember.
I think you're
I have no idea.
Someone,
Off the top of my head, I
someone
don't.
seriously tell me something else that happened at WrestleMania. I
okay.
for real.
Okay.
Undertaker.
Okay. Here,
Undertaker.
Mojo Rawley.
Yes, Undertaker.
Mojo
Undertaker.
Rawley,
Baby
Gronk,
retired.
Gronkowski. You remember that?
None of these will
Orton
be
with the
remembered in
worms,
10
the
years.
worms on the canvas. That was amazing.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Please stop. Please stop.
No, I didn't remember that at recall. You bringing it up brings back the memory, but at first recall, I didn't remember any of that shit.
You know why? Because we're trying to forget that shit. It
Okay.
was so terrible.
Here- this is for you, Lee. Ready? AJ Styles and Shane McMahon putting on a damn good match. How about that?
Hey, that was a good
Forgettable.
match.
It was forgettable.
Forget it. That was a good match.
I thought
I
it
don't
was
remember
shit.
anything they did. I don't remember. I just thought it was good, but I don't remember anything.
You
Coast
thought
to
that was
coast,
a good
pretty good.
match? You thought that was a good match? Fucking Shane McMahon in there,
It was a good
fucking
match, I'm
sweating
saying.
so much that he might as well had a water hose coming out of his
have a-
fucking asshole.
he
But
did.
he's a 6'2" linebacker though. He's
The-
built like a linebacker.
the mother-
Dick
Motherfucker
Fiddle,
can't-
built like a linebacker.
The motherfucker throws worse punches than my fucking
So-
dead grandmother, for
So
fuck's sake.
we'll get to the Shane
Your
McMahon
dead
talk in a
grandma.
second.
Your
No
dead
more rants.
grandmother
I'm
is one
sorry.
hell of a
WrestleMania
lady.
sucks.
All right, we'll get to that in a second. All right, real quick, here we go. We got the last two matches, both inside Hell in a Cell. Interesting. Well, I guess last year they had 3, so whatever. But the New
You should
Day
note
versus
Hell in the Cell.
Yes.
Hell in the Cell with pink ropes.
Hell in the Cell,
Cancer
pink
awareness.
ropes. Yes.
For
the
cancer
New Day.
awareness, right?
The New Day
Breast
versus
cancer
the
awareness.
Usos. What?
I said I want a pink cage. Fuck this, the rope.
That's a good point. But New Day versus the Usos. Do you see another title change happening so soon again? Because they've
No.
flopped the titles back like 3 times now already.
This
It's
has
kind
to
of-
end. This has to end the pain. It has to.
But no, I mean,
Yeah.
well, what do you mean by the pain? Do you mean by
Oh.
swapping the title or the
I hate
matches?
they swapped the titles. There was
Okay.
no reason
All
again.
right.
They're doing the same thing
Yeah,
they
they-
did with the women's title last year.
Yes.
There's no
And
reason to
AJ
do
and
it.
Owens.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you
no.
got to admit, the funny thing is, it's kind of it reflects a lot. It mirrors a lot of the women's stuff because the matches between Charlotte and Sasha, I liked a lot of those matches, and the matches between New Day and Usos, these guys are putting on the best matches on the card like every show. So
These have been way better. But
Yeah,
like
no.
so the Charlotte Sasha stuff,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember any of it again.
Those were
I don't.
good.
None of it really stood out to me. But their matches have been at least phenomenal. So that give them that.
yeah, well, the Hell in a Cell match between the
Usos
two
are
was good
great.
last year, except for between Sasha and Charlotte, except for the end.
Oh, I
was
thought
I
it
kinda-
was
remember the
shit.
wedgie.
I
Well,
didn't
the end
it at
was
all.
kinda
They
shit.
The
fucked
wedgie,
up-
that's it.
They fucked up the ending, and the ending's the most important part of the match.
I mean, yes, but
But I have a rant though. Why is this in the Hell in a Cell? Or why? You know what? Why 2? Again, I hate it when they do multiple cell matches because really it should be one or the other. But either of these programs could take place in a Hell in a Cell. Like they built them properly with what's going on with the tag match. It's the end of it because they've been going for so long, and with Owens and Shane, it's like a blood feud. So that's why they're doing it. But I fucking hate it when at least it's not 3. I'll give them that. At least it's not 3.
Yeah, if
but I hate it
Nakamura-
when they water them down. It should just be 1. That's it. Just 1 fucking cell match, and that's it. If they want all these guys in it, make it a 6-man tag.
oh god.
Well, I remember like they've done multiple elimination chambers and things. Like it's the multiple Money in the Bank matches. It's
Yeah.
But last
only
year they
Royal
only had one
Rumble
Hell.
is the one where they only have the one.
Imagine
anymore,
they're gonna
so.
start. They're gonna do a women's rumble to open it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
a
no, I've
men's
heard
rumble
rumors
to
of that.
close it.
They had more
So
than
what
one
happens?
last year, didn't
What happens in 5 years when they finally get War Games up into the main card? Does that become the new Hell in a Cell? And then after 5 years later, then it's like an all War Games pay-per-view.
I want to see the War Games where there's 2 rings but 1 cage on 1 ring.
Yeah.
This is one thing that that just came up with the JRPL with the War Games was somebody said, "Oh, War Games! Oh, we got to have a War Games at the JRPL War Games show." And then I was like, "Well, it's the day before Survivor Series, and to me, a War Games match will override, like it'll overshadow a Survivor Series match, in my opinion."
Yeah.
Because I feel if that came up and it was so close to, if they did it in September, it's so close to Survivor Series. I feel that would just overshadow it and just dampen. Well, I guess in WWE terms, they don't fucking care about Survivor Series.
No,
anyway,
it should have been September, like Fall Brawl, but instead it's going to be the day before Survivor Series. Which, by the way, good luck everybody on Survivor Series. War Games will outperform you.
Yes, it will.
I mean, that's just been happening at all the takeovers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
But
NXT.
It is.
It's
That's
an
a
even
normal.
No
bigger
change.
guarantee this time. With this match, I'm kind of impressed how these guys have over-delivered in the tag title matches. That's been
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh, love
And
it.
I never would have thought that we'd have Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens feuding into a Cell and the SmackDown tag titles with these 2 teams as like the main matches instead of like the title.
The world title is the third.
It's
maybe
weird,
fourth
like
match
in this
on the
network
card.
era, that's what's happening. But it both seems natural with the Usos and their whole penitentiary shtick and stuff, and it all works.
Yeah,
Well, but yeah, at least the Cell match seems to be the end of a feud
I hope
because
so.
the last few years
Kind of.
it has been anything but. So
Yeah.
make it be the end like it's supposed to be. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody did see SmackDown, but Shane McMahon said this match is also Falls Count Anywhere.
Yes, I did. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not ending in the ring then?
Correct. Yes.
Right.
It'll end outside the cage, which should
Or
be
they'll
Yeah.
tease it at least.
Why would they make it like?
Oh,
So
he's
is the
going
door
off
unlocked now?
No,
So
he's
it's-
going off the top of the Titantron then again. That's
yeah.
I was thinking like, what can he do that would top going off the cage? Because I figured it'd be kind of weird to have him jump off the Cell again. Because there's no way he can top that. Like he can't do anything other than just do it again. But if he does the whole Steve Blackman, jump off of the side, that's how he's gonna win too. He's gonna beat him with an elbow off the top of the Titantron. Like that's all I can see happening.
I will say this: watching SmackDown, I really love to see. One of my favorite things back in the day was they would always brawl like out in the concession stands and back in the locker room and all that kind of stuff. So I loved seeing them at the at like the merch table and powerbomb through the table. So obviously they can't do that again because they could have like done the Falls Count Anywhere like out there. But I would love to see something backstage or something like that, something different that we haven't really got in a while.
I would like that too if it wasn't a Hell in a Cell match to start with.
Like, why even make it a Hell in a Cell match if it's going to end outside the cell? Like, just give it to the Usos.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't think the Usos and New Day was a big enough Hell in a Cell match, maybe, or they would have said that had to be the main event.
Yeah,
I
can see that.
Here's the other logical thing: Nakamura and Mahal could have easily been a Cell match because the Punjabi prison. That didn't keep.
Please.
Hold on.
No.
But logically speaking, the Punjabi prison didn't keep the Singh brothers out. So fuck it, you don't get to have your own match. You're going to do this match, and it's Hell in a Cell.
God.
That makes sense from a storyline perspective, but no, it's just Nakamura gets another shot.
If it was with Orton, maybe.
Good luck.
If it was with Orton, it would have made a little bit more sense because it
No,
was
no, but Nakamura got screwed, and it's October, so it's Hell in the Cell time. But you don't need it. You can deal with those 2 guys. Unless AJ comes to help him.
I mean, like, I know I joked about it earlier, but like, why didn't they do a six man tag Hell in a Cell with the Usos teaming up with Kevin Owens versus like the New Day and Shane McMahon or something like? Because I was this is gonna spoil the Halloween Havoc stuff again a little bit, but just the very first episode where they did like Flair and Sting versus the Japanese dude Muta and Funk. Like, that was fun seeing 2 separate feuds come together inside of a cage. So why couldn't they go do that? Because then it could prolong them doing the singles matches and the tag match individually. But like,
they used to do that all the time back in the old days.
And it makes sense.
It's a callback to the title not having to always be defended in that kind of aspect.
Yeah, and it wouldn't. If it was a Hell in a Cell 6-man, it wouldn't have to be defended. Like the tag titles wouldn't have to be defended for sure. That would have been fun. I'd love to see. We haven't had a multi-man Hell in a Cell in quite some time. That would have been really fresh.
Have they said how they're going to work the Hell in the Cell with the 3 New Day?
Yes, it is 2-on-2.
Yeah, I
And
assume.
then-
And Xavier Woods is hurt, so it's not him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Woods is gonna be outside.
But
yeah.
the Usos said it's 2-on-2. Let's go, and they accepted. So yeah.
Yeah. So Woods is gonna be on the outside blowing his fucking horn the whole time.
Yeah, oh god,
Should
please
be.
don't.
But yeah. So
As he should be.
so most of us we all picked New Day, right? I think. Did anybody pick Usos?
I think I picked New Day.
I think
Yeah, I
most
picked
people,
New Day.
most
Yeah,
of us
New Day.
picked New Day. So
They
going
got-
on to the Shane McMahon. I mean, we already talked about it, but who do you guys see winning it? I know I'm thinking Shane. I know Zion. You're thinking Shane too, right?
Yeah, I got Shane to win. I'm pretty confident in it.
What are you guys? What are the rest of you guys thinking for the actual winner?
I'm thinking Owens.
Yep.
I mean, I think they'll do the big spot, maybe off the Titantron, but I don't think that'll be the end of the match.
I'm pretty split, but I think Owens. But I mean, I can see it going either way.
I think Shane does the big spot, misses, Owens pins him.
Yeah, this is definitely a either way match. I think.
To me,
well-
it's like I've said last time. It's Owens beating the McMahons, and it's going to lead to him and Triple H at Mania. That's
I'm
my
interested to hear what
prediction.
Lee has to say, but I think I have a reason why.
Yeah, what are you
I think
thinking,
Shane's guaranteed to win.
Okay, well, the way I'm thinking of it here is basically the match is going to be bullshit. It's going to be fucking Shane McMahon
Oh,
getting
God.
way too much offense.
Here we go.
It's
Here
going
we
to be.
go.
It's just.
Oh, he's
just gonna
right,
be
though.
It's going to be unbelievable
He's not
crap.
wrong.
It's going to be Shane McMahon getting
don't
way
think
too much
he's right.
offense on Owens because he can brawl all over the place, right?
He already has in the brawl, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, and then I think it's going to be essentially it's going to be Owens not going over strong. He's going to win, but he's just going to get like a surprise little bullshit win or some sort of trick win like he did with the finger on the rope with Jericho thing, breaking
That'd be the worst
pin.
thing they could do.
Yeah, and that's
It's
why I
gonna
think
be
they'll
it.
do it.
Oh, 100%.
So my reasoning why I think Shane's going to win 100% is because he has had 3 matches since he's been back, and he hasn't won any of them.
Oh,
and
that's mine. Yep. Me too.
that's pretty much the only reason why I think. And also, if you think about if they do the Steve Blackman elbow off the top, say like Owens takes him out the ring and he's dominant for the most part. I actually think that Owens is going to be more dominant than Shane is going to be if Shane's going to win. But Owens is the one that climbs up there with Shane, like he's carrying, like he's like holding him as they both climb up. And I think that's what's going to happen is Shane's going to have the kendo stick. It's going to be the reverse of the Blackman, where Shane's going to be the one with the kendo stick. He's going to hit Owens, make him fall, and then Shane will hit the elbow and beat him. And if I had it my way, I would just have Owens crush the shit out of Shane and really put some force behind this, especially if they're going to go with him and Triple H at Mania. Like let's especially after that headbutt, man. Like don't waste that incredibly vicious headbutt to Vince McMahon just to have Shane beat Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell. Because it's like, save it for when it's right. Save it for if you're going to have him lose to Triple H at WrestleMania. Because if Owens faces Triple H at WrestleMania, he's definitely not going to win. Because Triple H has jobbed a lot at WrestleMania. I don't see him doing it again.
Yep.
But
Oh, no, he would absolutely 100% go down to Kevin Owens.
yeah.
So I'm 100% back in. Yeah, he's lost. He can't lose every time because that shit happened with
can,
Jericho.
though. No.
That shit happened with Jericho too, though. When he came back, I know Shane is he's not a wrestler, whatever. I get that. But he's won several times. He's a well-known guy. He's a fucking, whether you like it or not, he's a fucking main eventer. I know that sounds horrible to a lot of people. He's a fucking main eventer every time he gets in the ring. And
yeah, he is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Keep going, Bomber. I want to say something as soon as you're done, though.
Oh, but the thing is, this is if you see Kevin Owens dominating this match, Shane's gonna win. And I think Zion's right. I think he's gonna beat the shit. He's gonna be overly aggressive, beat the shit out of Shane, and Shane is gonna come back with that miraculous spot to win the match. But if Owens is not dominating this match, if you're watching this match and Owens is not dominating, Owens is probably gonna win. Owens is probably gonna win the match. The only way he loses is if he dominates Shane during the match. That's how
I would rather
see it.
have him dominate and lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes.
Shane McMahon is not a main eventer because he wins. He's a main eventer because of what he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he can
Attraction.
lose
Yes.
every single time.
I think he can
In that.
exactly. Shane McMahon. So I'm just looking at Shane McMahon hasn't won a match on a pay-per-view since he beat Eric Bischoff in 2003.
There you go. He's due.
Before
He's
that,
due.
he
No,
beat.
he's
No,
due.
He
but
did
that-
beat the Big Show. He beat the Big Show in 2001. He beat Shane. He beat Vince
X-Pac.
in 2001. And then
He's talking pay-per-view, but yeah.
no, all
it-
pay-per-views.
Shane McMahon doesn't need to win to be a draw. He's one of those guys that is bulletproof enough that he could literally lose every single match, and people would be like, "Look at him jump off that."
Yeah,
but
Shane lost.
Because
Shane
he's
lost to
that
AJ.
infrequent. He's
Shane
not
lost to AJ. He lost to the Undertaker. He lost to Randy Orton. He lost to Kane twice in a row. He lost to Kurt Angle.
He's Vince
And
McMahon's
still-
son.
All these
though.
matches that you're
That's-
saying, I remember. These are all like really good matches, though. I feel
He didn't win them,
But
though.
they're all
That's
ones
the
he
point.
lost. Is my point. No, I have no problem with
True, that's
I
a
don't
different-
have
that's a
problem with
different
Shane McMahon.
aspect.
I think it's great.
That's
but
a
my
different
problem.
aspect, yeah.
What I'm
No,
saying
the
is
reason
he
Go ahead.
loses. He loses, and it's fine. I don't think he needs to win one back.
Yeah, he's Vince McMahon's son, though. That's the
I'm
difference.
just saying.
He was Vince McMahon's son every time he lost. Yeah.
I'm just
It's
saying.
different, though. I
he
think
was
Vince
more his
has
son.
Vince has a sense of pride, I think, about Shane right now, which is why when Shane is wrestling, he's generally like the main focus. Even when they did Survivor Series, they made a pretty fucking big deal that he was in that match. So
And he got obliterated.
it really does feel like it's basically.
Did
his
he win in
due.
that match?
No, he got concussed. like a
Yeah, he got obliterated.
But I'm just saying, I'm telling you, like, it just feels like they're gonna do the wrong thing and put Shane over, even though they should be putting as much steam behind Kevin Owens as possible. The other thing too, I always bring up Meltzer. Meltzer said that this situation with Shane and Kevin Owens is apparently like Kevin Owens was just available. Like he wasn't the ideal choice for this feud. This was set up more for Shane than to set up Kevin Owens, is what he said. So take that for what you will. Sometimes he's wrong, but I mean, to me, that makes sense. They want to feature Shane in a Hell in a Cell match, and they were like, well, Kevin Owens is probably the best guy to put in there for it. But it wasn't like,
Yeah, but that
okay, we
happened
need a
with-
match for
that
Kevin
happened with the
Owens.
Styles match, too.
What? Say it again.
That happened with the AJ Styles match as well.
Yeah, it was to feature Shane.
Yeah, and Shane lost.
Well, because you're
Yeah,
not going to have
but-
AJ lose back-to-back WrestleManias. I mean, goddamn. He lost
Yeah.
to
Can.
Jericho.
I don't think they have a high protection rate on Kevin Owens either, though. That's the
I don't
difference.
think it's a protection thing.
Because Kevin
Don't
Owens can
think-
also afford to lose.
Well,
So-
I just
you
don't
might be
think
right.
Shane
I'm
needs
just
to
saying,
win.
the way they booked this, it looks like Shane is definitely going to get like a.
I
like
think
a
he
big
can, I mean,
victory.
I think he can win, but I think the idea that he has to win because he hasn't won in a while makes no sense.
No,
He
Shane's
won the last
hubris
three matches.
is the big
The
But
last
if he
time-
wins, then I will
The
be
last
correct.
time he beat a wrestler, the last time he beat a wrestler was 2001 when he beat the Big Show.
Shane McMahon, his hubris is he goes for the big moment and loses. That's
Right.
it's
Me
a
and you,
cell match.
Bomber, high five. Me and you are right. They're wrong. Let's move on.
I think we are right. Hey, he's due. Okay,
No,
guys?
even
Well,
if
I
you
can
get the right-
literally
You guys
see-
haven't heard
if you
my
get the
opinion.
right
Oh,
result,
you know, help!
it's for the wrong reason.
We are.
Peanut.
Wait, Peanut. It's correct. I forgot you were even here. Go ahead and
Let's hear
let us
Peanut.
know what you think.
What you got?
I believe that Shane McMahon's going to climb up on top of the Titantron. It's going to cut to the wide shot, and you're going to see the pink ribbon on the ramp.
God damn it.
And that's the memory you're going to have is breast cancer awareness, and it's going to make you donate.
Well, I mean, it's possible.
There we
Anything's
go.
possible.
All right, we all agree with Peanut now. It doesn't matter who wins as long as we
Now,
get that.
As long as we all
I-
support the breast cancer. It
The thing
doesn't
is,
matter.
Shane rips off his jersey, and he's got he had a full breast augmentation. He has no man tits, and he just jumped. He's like, breast cancer awareness, and they're still bleeding a little bit. 'Cause it's like he just had it done. And he'll take the blood, and on his belly he puts like a big C, and then he puts a big X through it for like fuck cancer, and then he jumps off. That's what I want.
I like classified in the chat right now. Jump for the cure. That's good. That's good. I like it. That's good stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying it's very predictable that Owens is going to win. That's why you never know. I mean, he hasn't won. He has came back. He's put on some really good matches. I'm
You
just
said
saying.
Owens. You said Owens.
Here's
Owens is the predictable winner. Owens is like, no
Yeah.
shit, Owens will win. Yes. So I feel like they're going to do the not
Oh, you
swerve,
think
but-
Shane is going to win because Owens the predictable winner?
well, that
You
is
also
combined
think
with
Shane's
the
gonna win
he
because
hasn't
Shane
won.
hasn't gotten a win since he came back.
Though that's another reason.
Even though
yes.
he didn't so much win when he was here in the first place.
Correct. Yes.
there's
I'm just saying you got to eventually fucking win.
no.
No, you don't.
be-
Of
yes.
everybody that's there, he doesn't.
I'm not
is
saying
our
I'm not
point.
saying it to like hurt his character though. I'm not saying it to like
No,
hurt his character.
it won't.
at all.
No,
it
no,
won't. Neither
but
will
I'm
the
just trying to
guy.
say odds are in his
Any
favor.
other wrestler, yeah, God, any other wrestler, I would be agreeing. Yeah, he's got to win at some point. But Shane McMahon literally shows up once or twice a year. He doesn't have to.
Now, I'm not saying he
He can
It's his
afford
son,
to
bro.
lose.
We'll see.
Wait-
it also
wait and see.
depends.
We'll
if
see.
this is last, we didn't mention this. If the title match has Nakamura win, hey, the good guy won, yay! Owens can be the bad guy winning at the end.
Yeah.
Or does Shane win at the end? Like, that's got to think of that too, right? Maybe if Shane wins, Nakamura doesn't, because that's the happy moment, and right?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna factor in, because I think the
Yeah.
Jinder
That
Mahal
factors in more than anything else.
the Mahal Nakamura match is probably gonna be on the fucking kickoff show, so I don't even think that's gonna factor in.
You
anything.
know that's wrong. So let's.
They
be
might as
serious
well
here.
put it in the kickoff. 'cause-
Somebody in the chat said it better though. I should have said that Shane rips off his jersey and he's got a full voluptuous like tits job, like he has these big giant breasts.
Mhm.
That'd be even better. Cancer awareness right there.
There
That's
it
what I
is.
want to see.
Yep.
Like that.
So there you go. We'll see what happens, guys. JRPL, we're gonna put our picks in. You guys need to put your picks in. We're gonna see who gets the win. I know me and Zion are at least getting some points for this match. So
Are
I'm
you
only-
facing each other?
no. Oh yeah, that's a funny thing. For this show, I decided we're gonna have all the Jobber Radio guys face each other. So if you guys haven't looked at the card, which I know some of you definitely haven't,
I have definitely not.
I've
I know.
never looked at a single
Bummer.
card.
there
Fill
you
us
go.
in.
I'm filling you
Yeah,
in.
we do really good. We do a great job of selling our own stuff.
I know. Hey,
I like it.
I do a good job. But anyway,
I don't even know where you can. I don't even know where you can see the card.
JobberRadio.com.
I have no idea what the results. I don't even know where you can check
To
the
be
results.
honest, I don't
last
even-
time. That's
Oh
not true.
my God.
I found the card for last time. I couldn't find the results.
It's right on the fucking homepage. It's literally right
Couldn't
there.
find the results anywhere.
JobberRadio.com.
I
Okay,
looked
God
last.
damn.
I looked right. I couldn't find. them.
Anyway, I am
Who's our
facing.
web designer?
I am
I think we
facing.
should fire him.
God damn it! I am facing Peanut one on one. I'm facing Peanut one on one.
Rightfully
we'll
so.
see. We'll see what happens there. It's the I'm pairing as the old host versus the newer host, the newest host. So we'll see how that goes. And we have a tag team match. We got the Outsiders, Lee and Scott, going against Matt Zion and Rab in a tag team match. So that should be fun.
Where do I find the results?
God damn it! On the JobberRadio.com.
I sort of predict we're just gonna win because fucking it's gonna be by default because
Is it
Rab's not
this
gonna be
YouTube
there.
video?
There's a website called JobberRadio.com.
Okay, so I'm on JobRadio.com
Yes.
and I see, No Mercy recap. Is that what I'm supposed to be looking at?
What result are you looking for? No Mercy results.
Yes.
All right, go down. It's right there on the most recent Job Radio League events.
Good luck in your tag match there, Matt. Good luck, bro.
Yeah,
problem,
you got a
man.
partner
All
that I
the
can't
best
even
for you.
find.
Look at the part.
Where am
you
I
got, bro.
looking?
Oh my God, it's down on the events. It's just good. Scroll down. It says goddamn, why are we doing this on the show? God damn it, no. Okay. Anyway, you need to go to
Oh, I
Job
found
Radio.
it.
Thank you.
No, it's on the prediction leagues. When I look, the first thing I see, this is stupid. I hate this website.
It's the
This
worst.
Another win for
all,
the
all
Outsiders.
of this stays in the episode.
So
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't want to hear any of this edited out. This is very important.
I don't. If there's,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm learning. I'm learning
That's
about
good.
Jabba Radio. So
But
No,
if-
never mind. I didn't find it. This is No Mercy.
Yes, I thought you were looking for No Mercy. God damn, what are you doing? Click if you're looking for the card. Click on events. Click on JRPL events if you're looking for the card. If that's what you're looking for.
spectacular.
Anyway,
I
Find the
found it.
results for the
I
one that
found it.
hasn't
I
happened
won.
yet.
I won. I like this again.
yes, you did win. Okay, I think we all did. We all. I think we all won.
no, I definitely didn't.
No, Peanut lost. Peanut
Yeah, no,
lost.
we won our tag match.
Yeah, everybody won but Peanut on the last show. So,
Oh.
but hey, you're gonna lose again because you're facing me. But anyway, that's it. Anybody got any closing things they want to say before we get out of here? Besides, go to JobberRadio.com and find the results.
Who's John?
John, John is the Jobber Radio Prediction League World Champion. He is somehow amazing at predicting shows. He gets everything right
But
somehow.
who the fuck is that?
That's just a viewer, somebody that puts their predictions
Because
in.
I don't think that's your real name.
What?
I don't think you're John.
What are you talking about?
not.
Peanut, is your name John?
What in the fuck are you talking about? No.
the league
Strapman's
has
having a
us
stroke
and
at-
like
Yes,
dozens
I
of
don't know
others
what's happening.
Sign in and predict.
Which one of you is John?
Nobody is John. None of us are John.
None of us are John.
No, Brad, you're on to something. Who is this John?
yeah.
John is
going on?
John.
Hashtag
I don't
where's John?
understand.
You need
I
to
don't
clip this
understand,
Hit Bomber and
Because
send it to
there's
John.
only 6 of us, and there's way more people
There,
here.
yes, we have
Oh
usually
my God.
we usually have 50 people show up for these. So yes, there are more than
For the
6.
podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
What is a computer?
They're all on mute right now. But anyway,
Wait,
Movie
what's
book
wrestling?
picture?
but
Wait, let's let this play out, please.
No, I don't. I think it's played out. It's already played out. So, does anybody have anything else they want to throw in before we get the fuck out of here? Anything you're planning on doing coming up soon? Any plugs you got? Anything special?
Can I see how many times I won?
Yes, you have a roster. You have
do I
a
get there?
profile. Hover over Prediction League and click on roster.
God.
This is happening right now. Click on roster,
All right.
and
Oh,
since you're go to
I'm not
page
Finn.
what?
I'm not Finn. I see Finn.
That's the
All
latest
right,
profile.
I want pizza.
There you
Let's
go.
take this shit out.
Yep. Audio up.
Yep.
Final countdown orchestra version. Cue it up. Let's get out of here.
All right, we're out of here.
Wrestling podcast featuring Rom and Bomber.
I actually
and
do pretty well at this.